Welcome everybody to a brand new episode of Fair Faithful Podcast. I'm Brandon Freyo and joined by me are my co-hosts. We got Anshul from 49er Media. We got my boy Lefty, Christian Dyer. We got our boy Niner Sickness from Niner Sickness Podcast, Beto. And we got our other boy, Dion Johnson from Niner Gang Podcast. How we doing, fellas?
Doing well.
We're going to the bowl, baby.
Yeah, but shit, we didn't need that first one, man.
Kyle Shanahan, the best coach in the world. Let's go.
Slow down there. Slow down.
All right,
Win the Super Bowl, then we'll start talking.
No, he don't need to win the Super Bowl, bro. 2 Super Bowls and 4 championships in 5 years. We're good.
I haven't seen us win a fucking ring,
We're not
bro.
gonna start the show off with the fuck shit. 2 Super Bowls and there ain't no 2 Super Bowls. First of all, it was 1. We just got to this one.
Exactly.
So we can't count this.
What do you mean? We're heading to the Super Bowl. You damn straight you can count it.
But you can't count this because he ain't played it.
Well, he didn't win the first one either, but we got there.
That's
not a Super Bowl, though. Yeah, bro.
That's how we're gonna start.
Don't worry, we're gonna win it this year for you.
He better.
But it is an
you
accomplishment.
go in there and get comfortable again against Patrick Mahomes at halftime. I'm gonna rip him a brand new motherfucking asshole.
Don't worry, they've been starting really, really slow from the beginning, the last 2 games. So
I don't care what they've been doing. I don't want them to start slow. That first half was a fucking heart attack. That was not good.
Yeah.
In any way. And I don't think any Niner fan is gonna tell you that they were happy with the first half because that's how we normally start.
I thought our Super Bowl appearance was over. I didn't think we were going to get out of that half.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
After that first half, they scared the fuck out of me. But I can tell you this. I was very, very happy because I feel like I know they said it some years ago. There was, we didn't need the rah-rah guy. We don't need someone to yell at us because we're comfortable. We're okay with just talking to it. Fuck all of that. I guarantee you, Debo went in that motherfucking locker room at halftime and said, hell no. I'm not going quietly into the night. I will not be lulled to sleep. Y'all can kiss my ass. I'm going out and play some football. Who want to join me?
He said he didn't say nothing. He said that the only one that spoke was Nick Bosa, and he said, you know what we got to do. They don't need rah-rah, bro. They're grown men. They're not kids.
Sorry. I can tell you right now, there's somebody in there that's a rah-rah kind of guy, and they may not put it out there to the world, but there's no way in hell.
But if you need to be motivated by rah-rah,
I'm just going to say
the hell out of the league.
He's not a motivator. Ever. He's not a motivator, bro.
Who's that?
He speaks too softly.
Bosa, he literally doesn't.
He motivates by his actions on the field.
Bruh, I get that. But I'm saying, if you're telling me that Nick Bosa was like, you know what we got to do, guys.
Okay.
And that motivated that? That wouldn't motivate me.
If the whole defense was motivated, bro, why would Bosa was having a good second half? I didn't see much from the defense
because they looked inside from stopping the run, inside the mirror and realized this is not who we are. We are better than this. We are giving way too many plays.
So you telling me they went into the locker room and they was listening to Michael Jackson's "Man in the Mirror"?
They could have
been. What they were listening to? They were listening to freaking Journey. Don't Stop Believing.
They were pumping that in the stadium. All I'm saying is you don't need motivation, bro. These are pro athletes, all pros. And for a lot of them, Pro Bowler for others, they knew what they did wrong. They knew where they were failing, and they knew what they had to get things going. And they came out of the second half, made their adjustments, attacked where they were lacking in the first half, and some things bounced our way. Thank you to Coach Dan for going for it twice. I believe that going for it twice and not getting it helped us tremendously to get to where we're at today.
I mean, I will say this. I respectfully disagree. Though they may be pro athletes and they know what to do, everybody needs some kind of motivation. And I don't believe that you go into a first half and have a first half like that and then say, we don't need anyone to tell us anything. We're just going to go out there and figure it out. At some point, somebody gets in your ass and tells you, hey, this cannot be the way that we go out. At a bare minimum, we got to go out swinging because the first half looked like you got punked. Looked like you got your pockets padded. You know what I'm saying? They asked you where you was from, and you looked very sheepish. You looked away. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what was happening. And then in the second half, they woke up. But me personally, I'm sorry. If I'm a head coach and my guys are playing like that, and at halftime, I'm gonna ask a simple question. Y'all, we already at home. Y'all want to stay here? Or do you want to go to Vegas?
Motivation's good. Rah is not needed.
Why?
Mike Singletary.
Why is rah not
Mike
needed?
Singletary, rah, put his pants down, showed everybody his ass. And how many games did they win underneath him? Not many.
Mike Singletary had a shit roster.
What are you talking about?
Mike, okay, first of all, if we're going to talk about Singletary is the ultimate rah kind of guy. And the Bears defense in the 80s was pretty fucking formidable with that rah
But it wasn't
guy.
because of his rah.
Don't discount, but I'm saying don't discount the fact that somebody being rah makes a difference, because it does. If someone can actually motivate you and elevate you from that standpoint, that is a great thing. That's not a bad thing. Sometimes
no. I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying a lot of people don't need rah-rahs.
Our team definitely needs some rah guys. Somebody, Dre, Fred, somebody got to do something, because that to me will wake you up. In my opinion, it will wake you up. If I'm standing on the sidelines and I'm watching my defense just get ran all over, my first question to the D-line is anybody here? Because we at home, we didn't have to fly any fucking where. Yeah. I'm a little confused because we're getting killed up the gut. They're running all over
confusing
us.
Dude, even
with
the
confronting,
offense
right?
literally only gave 7. We're able to score 7 points. They needed something to say. They needed some motivation to get back into the scene, because sometimes going into the game, you think you have kind of that, like, feeling those vibes, but then when you kind of go on the field, you're not able to really perform. So you need somebody to energize you, going into the second half.
Those are facts. Because while you say you didn't need a rah guy, Vernon Davis became a whole nother person after he got his ass sent to the locker room. You don't come out there and be lazy on my field. You get out there, you work your ass off. And that's what I mean. Like, you got like
Mike Singletary opened the door, but Vernon Davis had to walk through, which he did, and I'm proud of him. But he could have went the opposite. He could have went the opposite way and said, you know what?
But it didn't.
Shove it up your ass.
It didn't. Shoulda, woulda, coulda don't mean nothing. What are the facts? It did help him. That's the point. Now, maybe there wasn't nobody in the locker room that did anything rah, but somebody did something. Something happened, because Debo came out that motherfucker like his hair was on fire in the second half, and he played like he wanted to go to the Super Bowl. Because to tell you right now, that first half, I guarantee you there's not a soul that was in this room. Wake up, old man Flacco. There wasn't a soul that was in this room that would think, well, we're going to the Super Bowl. We got this in the second half. No, that shit's scary as fuck. When you look at your team, just like, who the fuck is this? We played way better than this, and we know we do. And I can tell you right now, I don't want a slow start against the goddamn Chiefs. Please,
that ain't gonna work.
Not start slow against the Chiefs. It's not gonna work, because you know what happened this last game? Y'all see what happened with Travis Kelce's stats? That motherfucker caught 11 passes that he was thrown, and he had touchdowns, and he had over 100 yards. Rasheed White actually remembered how to catch the damn ball.
That's because
we can't allow Isaiah Pacheco to get past us, because if he gets past our secondary, that motherfucker's gone. He's too fast for that.
That's because his girlfriend rah-rahed him to do it. She sang him a song.
I was about to say she had to sing him a song because she wasn't doing nothing with that body. She flat as a damn board.
They didn't.
Yeah. He can do better, but that's a whole different conversation.
They didn't do anything in the second half, so their offense can be shut down. But I don't know. Our defense is a little bit worrisome in general.
I'm worried because we're just not bringing pressure consistently. Like,
none.
And if we bring pressure, I'm not as worried about the secondary.
If we're gonna get pressure,
the thing is, the Niners died hard by the defensive line, because we've seen it over the years. Like, if the defensive line is not doing crap, the secondary is not used to having to hold up.
Well, but the problem is
they expect the defensive line to bring energy. I'm talking
the
Chase
problem
Young
is we have to,
and the interior, like Bosa, I think has been.
Yeah,
we needed to play man. We needed to play man coverage and blitz more against the Lions, and then we probably need to play man coverage and blitz more against Kansas City too. Like,
It worked.
if we can blitz, because if we can blitz Patrick Mahomes and play man and stay on our guy, we'll be able to stop him. But if we just play zone and rush 4, we're gonna get eaten
Yeah, that
up.
motherfucker
That's
gonna
the
eat us
problem.
We
up.
also cannot let like Mahomes extend the plays because that's the biggest thing. Even though he's maybe
That's
not
why
as
I think
mobile,
that's why you
like
got to
do
blitz
it.
a lot.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no,
But
definitely.
the problem is, we thought that it would be, we were getting by okay without Hufanga, but Hufanga in the run game is a big deal, and he's sorely missed.
Even Cleveland Farrell's missed, man, because he was pretty good in the run
Yeah,
game.
Farrell was definitely missed because I can tell you right now. Anybody seen Chase Young?
Nope.
I'm hearing
much
he
He
might
showed
get
up a
benched
little bit in the
Super
second half.
Bowl.
He
The
showed
one that
up a
was
little
the one
bit,
that was
but I
getting
can tell you
carved
right
up
now,
was Hargrave. Hargrave was getting his ass kicked by a freaking
Yeah,
backup
Hargrave
guard.
wasn't doing
Yeah.
much. Like the whole D line wasn't bringing the amount of pressure that we would like. And then for me, the biggest thing, that's why when everybody jumped on Chase Young's dick when he came here, I was the first person to be like, not me. I'm sorry for a dude that could barely stay healthy. It doesn't necessarily produce a lot. I'm not sold. And this right here, I'll tell you right now, if we win the Super Bowl, that's nice for him. You're not coming back. Nobody about to sign him. Why? And yes, I said it in the chat, and I'll say
Actually,
it again.
he might come back because nobody will sign him because he hasn't played well.
Yeah, but the thing is so he'll go somewhere else, and somebody will overpay him because he.
Hopefully
was on
he'll
Super
show up
Bowl.
in this. Hopefully he'll show up in
Yeah.
the Super Bowl. That's all that matters. This one game, your best game.
I'm just
possible.
tired because even last year the problem was like obviously we all know what happened with the quarterback position, but like dude, the defensive line, I don't know what it is. They just get gassed every time it's the playoffs. It feels like now.
And we can't
it's
allow
just the-
that.
it's
Because
the
it wasn't
scheme.
just this game we had issues.
But it's the
Mhm.
scheme. Wilkes runs this base ass fucking defense. Rush 4, play zone, and
But that's
that
what
front four would
Kyle
be different.
wants.
That front four would have been different with D'Amico, guaranteed.
Yeah, but that's
Well,
what
you need
Kyle wants. He
No,
wants that
right.
type of defense. He doesn't want him to switch it.
blitz if you need to, run man if you need to, do stunts.
And that's what.
Get Bosa
Yeah,
on
that's
a
what they're
guard.
lacking, stunts.
Yeah.
Get Bosa on a
Yeah,
guard.
I don't know
Get
why
Young
he's
on a
not doing
guard. Like
stunts
stunt these
more.
guys. Like we're not doing anything. Like when you do stunts,
That's
it
what I
helps
missed
Armstead a
D'Amico.
lot,
D'Amico did a lot of stunts.
and it helps our defensive tackles when you do stunts.
I think
along with
one guy we
our
need to like
edges.
attack though for the Chiefs is that Trey Smith guy or whatever in that guard spot because he was having like a lot of penalties yesterday. So if we can get him,
Yeah, but because you have penalties in one game, bro, doesn't mean you're
I
going to
mean,
have it
I'm
again.
just saying though he's also a
Honestly,
young
the
guy
biggest
too,
thing is,
so you
can
might be
our
able to go
offense
after
can
him.
our offense score on Kansas City's
Yes.
defense, who's playing really good right now?
Exactly.
Here's my-
Because
Well, we're
that's-
going to have to
that's
run
what
the
we
ball
didn't
more
have in that
than
first
pass
half.
against that
But
secondary.
we're gonna have to
Kansas
run the
City.
ball to the out. We need to run the ball to the outside. Kyle keeps for some reason the last couple of weeks we haven't.
He
run the
doesn't
ball
like
to
to
the
run the
outside.
outside
He's
zone.
running in the middle, right?
And we're doing tosses. Like do the stretch.
Also,
plays to the
I
outside.
don't understand why the hell is Kyle Shanahan passing the ball more in the rainy game than in a game where it's like actually good weather. Like, I just don't
We passed the ball.
understand.
I mean, we passed the ball a lot against.
Because the Packers were
The
stopping the
Lions.
run. It's very simple why he was passing the ball more. I don't understand it.
Hopefully
Packers were
he'll have
stopping
his
the
best
run.
game
That's
plan.
because we were going through the inside. I feel like if we tried to do more tosses like the Packers, we might have actually been
But the
successful.
fact that honestly, guys, the fact that Purdy found his legs in this game is quite a huge benefit because you
It's
can
a different
gash,
element.
You can gash the Chiefs defense with your legs if you're actually trying. Like Lamar struggled because he wanted so badly to be able to beat him from the pocket and throw the ball. If he would have just escaped the pocket and
Lamar didn't
ran,
want that. That wasn't Lamar. That was Monken.
That's
That was
Lamar.
Todd Monken.
No,
He wanted
but
to beat
Lamar
them from the
Lamar can choose
ain't
to
wanna do
run,
this
and he
shit.
chose not to. Lamar can choose to
But
do whatever he wants.
but they probably asked him, "Hey, we're gonna do this right." Like to me personally, you never do that to a quarterback. You don't play to their weaknesses. You play to their strengths, especially in the AFC Championship game. The first one he's ever
his legs
gotten
more
to.
in it.
Kansas
Yeah,
City's defensive coordinator
That's what
got
I'm saying.
into Lamar's head.
Yeah, Spags is Spags. No, those guys. I love Spags.
I think
Spags is hard.
Purdy's
Yeah.
legs could be the difference in the Super Bowl. Like Purdy's legs.
They told
he found-
Lamar, if you're going to
he
beat
found-
us, you're going to beat us through the air. You're not going to run on us. And they contained that run, and they forced him to throw in there, and that's when he got into trouble.
You got it.
Like if the pass rush gets tough on Purdy and he's extending plays with his legs, it's going to be hard to beat the Niners. Like our offense is going to move the ball more if Purdy's able to extend the ball with his legs and use his legs more.
And
often.
I think, and you know what killed me was, and it's perfect that you said that, Lefty, because what happened in the first half? Purdy stayed his ass in the pocket. He wouldn't budge. He would not get out of the pocket. He wouldn't shift the pocket. He wouldn't move the pocket. He stayed there, taking hits and everything. And my whole thing is, bro, the pocket is collapsing. Get the fuck out of there.
He made adjustments.
And he
figured out.
He must have thought about that. Like, yo, this ain't working. And sometimes, as a quarterback, you gotta go against the grain. Do not always go with what the coach says. Sometimes you have to improvise to make your plays work. Because other than that,
when you're a young quarterback, you're not going to go against your coach.
Yeah, but what he realized,
I know he should. Well, even though he's smart,
he
he's not going to go against. I mean,
was
this guy's
struggling.
a 7.
No, what I'm saying is, say Kyle is telling you, "Hey, man, no matter what, hang in the pocket, hang in the pocket, hang in the pocket."
I don't think
Kyle,
that's an issue.
The problem was he was saying, how do you think that's not an issue?
I don't
Also,
think they're telling him to
seventh
play in
round
the
pick
pocket.
don't matter anymore.
Nobody's telling. You're not telling your quarterback to stay in the pocket. Purdy was trying to go reads in the first half, and our offensive line was shit, and he was unable to get through his reads. So in the second half, he's like, "Fuck it. If I can't get my first or second read, I don't have enough time to get to my third and fourth read. I'm gonna take off and run." That has nothing to do with what Kyle was telling him. It has to do with the flow of the game. Purdy is a pocket guy. He's gonna stay in the pocket. He's gonna find this guy, but he didn't have enough time.
If he says that, then yeah, you have.
Yeah, but I don't think that's.
I think Kyle Shanahan losing the reins in the second half says we're getting our ass kicked. If we don't make changes now, we're going home. Ipai told Brock, "Hey, if you see an opening, take it. Normally, I don't tell you to take, but take it. Do whatever you can with your legs." And he let him play.
But that's what I'm saying. Y'all are making my point. You're making my point for me.
That's the case. I think it was an adjustment, but I don't think it was an adjustment from, "Hey, don't do this." It was hey, this is a good time to do this, but I don't think it's a
what I mean adjustment.
Don't do this and then now do it. I think it's just hey,
what
this
is
going to work.
Kyle different from Dan Campbell? Dan Campbell is very aggressive and it bit him in his ass, but I understand why he did what he did because that's what he got him here. Kyle's very conservative. Is the opposite, and he'll sit there and play safe. And I think this is one of the things Dion hates. He plays safe and doesn't take chances. And I think because his back was against the wall, 24-7, he's like, "This is it. We don't score. We don't get points. We're going home, and I'm going to have to face the media. I'm going to have to face the Dions of the world. They want me out of here, blah, blah, blah." He said, "You know what? I'm going to just let it go and let them play. If we lose, we're going to lose anyway." And he found out that, oh, shit, Brock Purdy can actually extend things with his legs. I think Kyle found something out right there.
Well, I think
let him be.
I think it was
Kyle should have known that. Yeah, dude, Purdy's been doing that ever since.
Knowing and allowing to be done are two different things, my young friend.
But it's half.
I know I should lose weight, but I don't.
You're looking at the film. You're noticing.
I'm just saying, right?
I don't even think it was an adjustment thing. I think
but
it was just like
But think about it.
No, I don't think it was. I just think that the adjustment was maybe the offensive line, but I don't think it was an adjustment.
But you're watching the tape of the offensive line struggle.
Is Brandon here?
But you're also
did he leave?
You're also seeing.
I'm still here. I'm letting you guys talk. I've been trying to get in there, but I'll just let you guys talk.
Get in there, bro. Use that body of yours.
Okay, I'm going to talk now.
Okay, before you continue, Christian, let's try to get it to where people just go one at a time, not talk over each other.
Right.
Feel me? All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Christian.
Okay. You think you're watching trying to make halftime adjustments. You're watching our offensive line's obviously struggling, but you're also looking at the way that the lines are running on defense. You're noticing if Purdy does take off, there's a lot of room to run in the middle of the field. So you tell him if it's not there, you have a chance to take off because they get open, right? It's the freaking Red Sea in the middle because every time Purdy took off, he had all kinds of room to run.
Go,
so
Joey.
you have all kinds of room to run, and
fuck you, Joey.
That's why it's an adjustment. You notice what the way that the Lions defense are going, that if Purdy if his first or second read's not there, you take it and run, you're gonna get 10, 15 yards, which he did every single time because there was like parting of the Red Sea in the middle of the field. And I guarantee that's what they saw on the film during halftime, and it was relayed to Purdy, hey, this might be there if your read's not there. And he didn't have a lot of time in this game. Pass rush was getting there quick. So he was like, that one, he comes off his first read, it's not there, and he's gone. 20-yard gain or whatever that was when he took it into the red zone. So I don't think it was ever, let's not run. It was, hey, this is going to work because what we see on the defense is running to work because it's there. We see it in the film.
Yeah, Brandon, get in here, buddy.
All right, it's my turn now.
Shit was that?
I know I'm fucking can't talk, bro. Shit. Fucking
Joey throwing him off.
So I
definitely. I know Joey messed him up.
I know we talked about it already a little bit, but
where's Joey? Let me do it.
You notice the defense was struggling in the first half, and then they came out second half, made the adjustments. Noticed how the defense was blitzing Jared Goff a lot more too, as well. Mm-hmm. I feel like that actually helped out and put more pressure on Jared to force the ball out a lot more, and that's why we saw a lot more incomplete passes and all that stuff. What were your guys' thoughts though in the first half when we were already down 14-0? Did you guys think it was over by then?
No, I didn't think we were down. No. Going into the half, it worried. I'll just say this: it worried me a lot going into the half that we were only able to put up 7, and that our offense was stagnant, and that our defense was just getting murdered on the ground. That's what had me worried because I'm like, okay, well, if we can slow the run down at a bare minimum, we can get some shit going. Because when you look at what Jared Goff did, like it wasn't anything overly fucking spectacular. Like he didn't go out there and do anything crazy. But I expected Jared Goff to look like Jared Goff when we played his ass, and he was in fucking LA. But to be honest with you, Jared Goff did not do that. Jared Goff turned around and said, nope, I'm not the same guy that I was from LA. I am a whole different person, and I'm ready to come out here and show you guys. But, look at Goff's numbers, 25, 41, 273 yards, 1 TD, and he took 2 sacks. That's all right, and to be honest with you, when you look at the weekend, every quarterback was having a very pedestrian-like game. Nothing crazy happened. You didn't have anybody throwing 3, 4, 5 touchdowns, none of that shit. Most of the quarterbacks had very pedestrian numbers because if you flip over to Brock, 20 or 31 for 267, 1 TD, and 1 interception. That ain't nothing to fall out over.
Yeah,
but
it wasn't his fault.
Look at sheer numbers. It's insane to see all these quarterbacks have very pedestrian numbers. But at the end of the day, what happened, man? It was the run game. You know what I'm saying? Now, on the topic of that, really quick, and we'll kick it over to Beto, and then we'll shift over to Letty and go right back to media. I'm getting a little tired of the overusage of Christian McCaffrey. I'm gonna need Kyle to let it go, bro. Let it fucking go already. We have 2 other viable backs. Why are they not seeing the goddamn field, but from the fucking sidelines or special teams? Please, for the life of me, mix it up. The simplest thing you can do is to confuse people. Because at this point, if I'm Kansas City, I don't care nothing about Elijah Mitchell. I don't give a fuck about Jordan Mason. I am finding a way to stop Christian McCaffrey. No one else. You know why? There ain't no other running backs that exist on this goddamn roster. Because that's the way Kyle's been doing it. I get that you like CMC. I get that you love his versatility and what he does and what he brings to the game. But for God fucking sakes, Elijah Mitchell's actually fucking healthy for a change. Please, by all means, use him. When he's healthy, the man is actually very good. He just ain't never fucking healthy. Jordan Mason has given you more than enough evidence, Kyle Shanahan, to give you a reason to get on the goddamn field. So I don't want to hear any bullshit about why he can't. Please, for the life of me, bro. At a bare minimum, Give them a fucking chance to do what they need to do, man. Like it just, I feel bad for Christian McCaffrey because the usage is insane. And you have viable options. That's my only real gripe.
You're saying this, he's going to have 200 all-purpose yards and 2 touchdowns in the Super Bowl.
It's what it is too.
Bro, at the end of the day, it's still, to me, if I'm Kyle, bro, and I have all of these options, I'm going to fuck teams up by mixing in these backs. I have a whole different style. While I have Christian McCaffrey who's great at the outside zone, who can catch the ball out of the backfield, all that. When I'm going up the gut, I'm not using Christian. I'm using Jordan or Elijah. You know why? They're bangers. They like to hit. That's what they do. I need Christian as healthy as possible in case one of these motherfuckers go down. So why would I overuse him in that instance? That's the point.
The scheme that Kyle runs. I'm with you, Dion. They should use the other running backs more, but the scheme is set up for Debo and Christian to be on the field at the same time because of all those mismatches, all the things, the solutions that Kyle likes to show the defense when he's setting up the plays. It doesn't happen when Christian McCaffrey's not on the
Let me ask you this.
Field.
Christian McCaffrey's the best player in all of the NFL this year. So
yep.
That's why
he's the best player always playing.
They're not going to give it to a running back, which to me is a crock of shit because I get tired of it. I don't even pay attention to him.
He's hands down the saying goes,
if it ain't broken, don't fix it.
You said what?
The saying goes, if it ain't broken, don't fix it.
Yep.
If he's working and playing good, why fix it?
Here's the thing, though. The reason if it ain't broke, don't fix it, don't always work because CMC can be broken every now and then.
But you can't live in fear like that, though. You can't live your game.
Being hurt. All I'm saying is, did they not say in training camp they were training all of the other running backs to do everything that CMC does so that if one of them came into the game that they wouldn't lose, that they wouldn't skip a beat? Did they not state that? So if they stated that,
maybe they're not blocking as well, or maybe there's something that they're not doing that Kyle's not comfortable with.
I'm gonna say this. I will say this. At the end of the day, Kyle loves CMC. He think he can do no wrong, and he will put him on the field over any other back. And once again, I get that. But at the end of the day, you have other viable options that you can put on the field to confuse a defense rather than just showing them the same dude.
Like you're forgetting one thing.
Bro, if I have a Ferrari and a Ford Pinto, guess what I'm driving more often than not? It's the Ferrari.
Don't disrespect Mason and Mitch like that, but they ain't Pintos.
Okay. All right, I apologize.
You could have made him a new Hyundai or something.
How about a good Cadillac?
I guarantee you CMC would tell Kyle, fuck off. I'm not coming off the field. Especially in the Super Bowl, CMC's gonna tell Kyle, like, I ain't coming off the fucking field. Fuck you. Like, that's gonna happen. And honestly, in the Super Bowl, the game's gonna be won because our MVPs of the offense are gonna be Debo and CMC. They're gonna have to run the ball against the Chiefs. We're gonna have to screens because that's how you beat the Chiefs, right? With the short pass game and yak, right? We're not going to be able to beat him throwing the ball down the field and whatnot. So
I don't think Dion's referring to the Super Bowl though, bro. He's talking about the whole season.
I guess, but it's like at that point it doesn't matter. There's one game left.
No, we're here already. No, I got, and we're lucky that Christian hasn't got hurt. Although he did look like he hit his head when he bounced on his head.
Yeah, he'll be all right. He's
gonna play. That's why Eli jumped in.
Yep.
Get that touchdown.
He's gonna play. He'll be all right.
Hurt. Oh, my bad, Christian. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You can say what you're gonna say.
All I'm saying is he did get hurt because he did have a calf injury before we got to the damn playoffs. So don't tell me Christian McCaffrey doesn't get hurt. These are the things that I'm talking about.
These guys are going to play no matter what in this game. So
okay, but to be honest, dude, nobody's a fully healthy anyway.
If you're the star receiver, and I want to take you out to put Brandon in. Brandon's kind of like okay, but he's not that great. No disrespect, Brandon. I'm just using an example. Dion, are you going to want to come out?
Yes.
Oh my God, Dion, come on!
I got to listen to my head coach, don't I? Don't I got to listen to my head coach?
You know what? I don't know you that well, so I'm not going to presume you won't come out. but I assume that you wouldn't because you're very competitive. You want to win, and I think that competitors will keep you in there.
But I'm saying like
okay, so we can presume that you wouldn't come out. I couldn't do that.
I'll pose you a question: Who runs the team? The player or the coach?
Yeah, but
to be honest with you, the stars.
The stars are going to stay in. Like McCaffrey probably tells Kyle, like, I don't want to come out. I'm not coming out.
I mean, to be honest with you, yes. You big guys, Trent, listen to Kyle.
If we win this Super Bowl,
okay,
it's either
he's
Debo
an offensive lineman, man. You ain't gonna be rotating offensive linemen, bro. That's not gonna happen.
If we win
young man, I'm not talking about rotation. I'm just talking about authority and leadership.
But I'm just saying you can't compare offensive line because you're not gonna take out an offensive lineman.
Who's that behind you? Open the door.
What are you talking about, bro?
There's door open.
All right. So we got Dion. We got Dion's answer. What's Beto? Let's go on to your answer.
What was the question? It was so long ago.
Just about like CMC and how you think about his usage.
Listen. I'm all for protecting someone from getting hurt, but I've always been one that it's football. It's physical. You're going to go in there. If you're the best weapon that I have, even if I have other ones out there that are pretty decent, I'm always going to rock with my star. I'm always going to use my star if it's getting me wins every week. Now, I don't want to lose. So I understand where Dion's coming from. I don't want to lose Christian McCaffrey due to an injury. And now we're sitting here like, oh, shit. Now we have to depend on Elijah and Mason more than just bringing them in. But when you have the hot hand, and one thing about Kyle, for those who have been following Kyle since he's been here, he doesn't waver away from the hot hand. He goes with a hot hand. So if Christian McCaffrey is hot, he's going to continue to go with them. The only reason why Elijah got that touchdown is because Christian said, hey, I need to come out. I guarantee you Christian is running that touchdown in if he didn't want to come out, because there's no way Kyle is going to bring him out. Do I always agree with things that Kyle does? No, but I do understand it's a thin line between winning and losing in a game of that magnitude and the playoffs. You win, you're in. You lose, you're out. You just don't take chances, and Kyle's not one to do that. He's going to live or die with his guys. If they do good, we advance. If they don't, then we're screwed. But at least I know I went with my top guys, and that's what Kyle does. Sometimes we can agree with it. Like people right now are talking. I won't be on this for too long, but people are talking about Dan Campbell. He should have never went for those two calls. Those people are idiots that say that he shouldn't went for it. He should went for the field goals because he's been doing this. This is who he is, and I'm actually really proud of Dan Campbell because you know what? If he would have went for those field goals and missed the field goal, people would be like, "Why did he change it? He always goes it on fourth down. Why did he change his style?" You can't, damn if you do, damn if you don't, right?
Gonna be mad
stay true to who you are. You go for it. It got you here. It didn't work. Those drop picks, and it worked for us. Hey, I'm happy. But those drop picks, the drops, I'm sorry, were not his fault. His receiver couldn't catch a down ball. If he would have caught it, we might not be going to the Super Bowl. So I'm with him with that. So, stick with what works. Don't fix it if it doesn't need to be fixed. That's just my opinion. But I commend Dan Campbell for sticking to his guns, man.
I will say this. The Lions have a very bright future.
Yes. We can agree on that. And they're going to get better.
This stream. Let me explain. You have a bright fucking future. You have a lot to look forward to. You have finally broken through. You won your division. I don't know when the last time they won that division. I really don't.
Well, the last time they were in a championship game is they beat us in 57.
Yeah. And
at Cruiser.
That's ridiculous. Oh, Kezar Stadium.
Kezar. Oh, yeah. You want to know what's funny? The Niners were leading 27-7 at halftime. Yeah. Lions came back and beat us. And then they won the championship. Yes.
So they wanted their revenge.
So now this year, we were behind 24. We got that. Yeah, and it was 24-7 Niners in 57. So if history repeats itself, we're due for our championship, baby.
I know, and I want to say that
little bit of history.
Lions, really quickly, y'all have a lot to look forward to. You have a very bright future. You got some great talent. Continue to build your team and continue to get better. My hats off are off to you guys. Y'all played a hell of a fucking game. You did. Now, mind you,
I like that name.
I tell you right now, the only person I'm gonna tell you on the Lions that I can give two fucks about is punk ass CJ Gardner Johnson. And I love that Debo got to spit on the shit out of your bitch
Let's
ass.
all do the wave, guys. Let's all do the wave on his behalf. Yeah, dumbass.
See you later.
Bro was doing it in the second quarter.
Ever wave at halftime.
Yeah.
Never do.
If there's 3 minutes left, 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, maybe.
Yes, you could.
Because I've seen players,
in the
even the
halftime,
Niners,
bro, it's still a whole half of football, and it's not like you up. It's not like college ball where you're up like 62-0 at the half.
Yeah. 17 points is a lot, but 17 points.
But it's not enough for you to be waving the motherfucker.
Yeah,
it's just not. But we need to go up to media. Let him get in.
Hey, get Christian first. Okay. Get Christian first.
He's falling asleep
over there.
Oh yeah, he is. Let him wake up, dog.
Just
I don't have a problem with
real quick, Christian. You could do the CMC question, and then get the question before. It's like, what was your thought process in the first half? Did you think it was over, or what were you thinking? I know that you were over Kyle. That you agreed with Dion, so bring that up too.
I mean, yeah, at the time I was a little bit like, I kind of thought it was probably over, but I kind of never really thought we deserved to be like, think we were going to smack the Lions or anything like that. I thought it was a close game. I thought I was kind of surprised people were underestimating the Lions, and I thought something like that could happen if we didn't play our best game. Wasn't surprised even at the first half. I wasn't surprised at all. Wasn't even really mad because I had a bad feeling about leading up to the game. So I wasn't really mad. I was kind of just like, it just kind of sucked. I just was like thinking, oh man, we're going to lose another NFC Championship game. You know, maybe Kyle really can't figure it out and win in the NFC Championship other than one time at the Packers. And I can't defend him anymore. So yeah, I thought I was kind of at that point. Part of me was like holding out hope that, you know, it's football, something can happen. But at that point, I was like, all right, well, whatever happens in the second half, I'm going to go along with the ride. And luckily enough, they pulled it off. A little bit of help from the Lions, but we pulled it off. And
a lot of help by the Lions.
Yeah, I would say like I thought that we had a really big uphill battle because never once have I ever felt that a Kyle Shanahan team is built to come back down that much, just because of the way that his offense works.
This team needed it though. This team needed it.
I mean, this is kind of what it's kind of like what championship teams are made of. Like when you win a championship, you do these kind of things and whatnot. So it gives you a little bit more confidence going into the Super Bowl because you're won games like this where it just feels like it's destiny. And then referring to the McCaffrey thing, I don't have a problem with McCaffrey's usage. I mean, I don't think anybody realizes that because it's in the moment, we're witnessing one of the greatest players to ever play this game. Like hands down, one of the greatest offensive players to ever play this game. To me, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's absolutely insane. I mean, he's everything you want in a everything back. Like he's like the perfect running back you want for the West Coast offense. I don't think they make him better than Christian McCaffrey. He can do everything in the run game, and then he's literally a receiver. It's like it's wild how amazing he is out of the backfield, lining up in the slot. We're literally watching in real time one of the greatest players to ever play this game. It's absolutely insane how great of a football player this guy is. I mean, he's never really gotten the love. Even in college when he got screwed out of the Heisman, and he literally carried that whole Stanford team on his back. I mean, absolutely just carried it on his back. Then he goes to the Panthers and carries that team on his back. This guy, that's what he does. That's why you use him as much as you do. He's been doing it his whole career. He did it at Stanford. He did it at Carolina. Now he's doing it with the Niners. That's just who he is. He's an every down back. He's going to do everything. He doesn't want to come off the field. He gives 110% on every single play. No, you in there because
you want him and Debo always in there. If you can,
him and Debo, yeah. I mean, to me, it's either between for the Super Bowl MVP. If we win, it's between him and Debo. Like they're going to be the reasons we win a Super Bowl.
I would love it for me to you.
We win the Super Bowl. I'm thinking of 200 all-purpose yards and 2 touchdowns for McCaffrey in the Super Bowl if we win. You know what I mean? You don't take him out because he's just too valuable. It's like, are you gonna give 10? You're gonna throw the ball 10 times. Jerry Rice is gonna catch all 10 and say, okay, time to take him out. We're not gonna throw him the ball. I know McCaffrey's a running back, but I'm gonna compare that because
you got to go for it all.
He's the best. He's the best to do it at his position that I've seen in a really, really long time.
I just need y'all to
since Marshall Faulk.
I just need y'all to understand. Okay, I am not telling Kyle just to take him out, just to take him out. I'm saying get a man a little bit of rest. When you know this shit's not going normally right for the guy, you know what I'm saying? Or you see that, we can mix it up and confuse his defense. Give him a rest. Mm-hmm. Switch it up. Look at that first half. What in the first half was Christian McCaffrey doing that was so over the top awesome?
Yeah,
nobody was doing.
It's a part of it's but then he has these big breakout runs because it's who he is. He pounds it. He takes a beating. He pounds it up the middle of time, and then boom. What did he?
I need y'all to stop making it seem like I'm just saying take him out because he sucks.
I know you're not. I know. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like the reason you don't take him out is because just look at the type of player he is when he's running the ball. He's going to run it.
But Dion's talking about giving him rest.
Oh, but guys, I know. But the reason you don't is because that one play, the one play you take him out could have been a touchdown. You take up you take him out, and he had that broken tackle for a touchdown against Green Bay. That was a huge part of us winning that game. Just because you needed rest one play, you don't because he pounds the ball. He pounds the ball. Some big one. He makes some crazy. That's who he is as a running back. He's not going to gash you with every single play. He's going to get tough yards. He's going to get tough yards, and then boom, he's going to get a big one. And that's why you keep him in. Whether it's even in the pass game, you have to keep him in because he's a freaking big play waiting to happen. And if he's not out there, that big play might not happen. And it's just you got to keep him in there. You want to add a back, run a 2-back set. Don't take him out. It's just that simple. You don't take him out. You want to run a 2-back set? Run a 2-back set and switch it up. Because you can do so many things with them. But you don't take them out.
I'll just say agree to disagree on that one.
They're not going to run 2-back set, bro. Not with Debo.
I know. I'm just saying, but that makes more sense. That makes more sense.
It would be nice, though. I wouldn't mind seeing Mitchell and CMC in the backfield together. That'd be nice.
But who would you take out?
You take out Jawan Jennings. You take out Jawan Jennings. Do a 2-back set because what? If you decide you want the running back in that situation to be Mitchell, boom, you'd motion out McCaffrey to the slot. He takes over the 3 spot for receiver.
I'm gonna do this on the side note. All right, so I have to take shots for both of these 2 dipshits up here because media ain't got no alcohol and this motherfucker's falling asleep. So you
I don't
get
got
a
alcohol
choice.
in my house either.
Okay, so you get WWF, which has Macho Man Randy Savage, Bret Hart, Roddy Piper, The Ultimate Warrior, Ric Flair.
You already know which one I want, Dion.
You can get Michael fucking Myers, or you can get this one for Vegas because that's where we fucking headed.
Hey,
Vegas.
I love the first 2 because I love Halloween and but wrestling.
Bro, Vegas, man, we headed to Vegas. I think Vegas fits.
All right, so media said Vegas.
Strippers.
All right, so
Vegas.
Nah, I don't waste my money on strippers. That's fucking stupid.
I was just heading back.
If I want somebody to throw money at my wife, that would make more sense. At least I know I'm gonna get some at the end of it.
So
I just went to the Royal Rumble, so
salute to that, bro.
We'll do the shot.
Oh, you went?
Go over to media.
Water.
Yeah, I went.
But yeah,
I was there, Dion.
I don't drink alcohol.
See the pictures that I posted?
For 20 years.
I posted.
I did not get a chance.
The last time I drank, I went up in jail.
Damn.
Well, that's all right. I'm just gonna do 2 shots for all of y'all. I ain't doing more than that.
So we'll do the
I
shot.
thought we decided your
Over
wife
the
was going to do my shot for me on camera.
No, she ain't doing that.
So we'll do the shot. Go over to media, and then I want to ask you guys about Brock Purdy's performance.
Let's go.
All right. Cheers, boys. We're going to the bowl.
Cheers.
We're going to Vegas.
Motherfucking bowl, baby.
Vegas, baby.
Bowl.
We're going to Vegas, everyone.
What's the shot
looks
of?
sexy when he takes
Beto,
that
do
shot.
the clapping sound.
Oh, the clapping
Dion,
sound?
what's this shot?
Yeah.
What are you shooting, Dion?
But they ain't giving us no sponsors, so
Dion,
I'm just gonna say it's tequila.
What are you shooting, Dion?
I'm just saying it's tequila. I'm not gonna say the name. You ain't sponsoring me. You don't get no free publicity out this bitch.
Tito's.
Well, I ain't fucking with Tito's. My name ain't Haberman in Middlecoff.
I love it.
No
You know
disrespect.
exactly what I was talking about, baby.
No
At least you're
disrespect.
At least you're shooting the one you're
Middlecoff
supposed to.
got great work, but
At least
I'm
you're
not
shooting
them,
the-
and they ain't sponsoring me.
Don't talk
At
about
least you're
shooting,
shooting
bro.
what
You're
you're
taking me
supposed
back
to
to my
shoot.
heroin days.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hey man.
Oh, did I
nah,
say
nah,
that
we
out
ain't
loud?
gonna do
I'm
that.
sorry.
We ain't gonna do that bet though, man.
Those are
Nah,
bad days,
media,
bro. Those are
talk to
bad
us, baby.
days.
Alrighty,
Talk to us.
everybody be quiet, please. Thank you. Okay.
Milk dud.
Damn.
Bruh, I'm like waiting to speak. Anyways.
All right. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
So my first thing about the first question was how I felt, right? Gosh damn it.
Gosh,
I'm gonna just have to like cover your face so I don't even have to think about
I love you, media, bro.
Alright,
You're amazing,
yeah,
brother. Go
my
ahead.
thoughts
Go ahead.
about like going into halftime was like, man, I feel like we're gonna lose this game. I feel like we might be giving up 45 points here, but I did keep a little bit of faith, just because I know we were only down 17, so I felt like there was a chance. And then I was like, okay, we also get the ball to start, the second half. If we go out there, at least get a touch. If we can get a touchdown,
Get a tutty.
I think we can get back into this. And then obviously, we got the fumble, and that also helped too. But talking about Christian McCaffrey, my thing, first of all, I love what a guy like Andy Reid does, though, even with the guy with Travis Kelce, because he'll like take him out and then put in some of his other tight ends and like give them the ball. And that's like only 1 or 2 plays. I think that is okay if I think that's what the Niners should do at times with the Christian McCaffrey. Give him like one play off. I'm not saying it needs to be Mitchell on the play, 3-4 plays, or Mason 3-4 plays, but just give the man one piece of rest. I feel like, also you change up the way, defenses have to kind of think about you, because Mitchell hasn't played in a while, so they may not completely know what's going to be going on. Like, you're able to game plan for CMC because he's the only one that's running the football right now with the Niners. So I think you definitely should put Mitchell in because he is fresh, and the last time he played, he was pretty solid. So I do think that, yeah, you should give Mitchell a little bit. And I mean, you can even put Mitchell in the backfield and then CMC in the slot. Just for blocking too. Like, I think that's possible. What Kyle Shanahan should do, and that's why I was bringing up Andy Reid, because that's what I noticed, especially like because I haven't watched the Chiefs really at all this year, but when I was watching yesterday's game versus the Ravens, I noticed that like he will sometimes put in these other tight ends, even if it's just for a play. So I think that they definitely should be rotating a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this real quick. I really feel bad for the Raiders.
No, I know where you're going, Dion.
You know where I'm going with this bet, though?
Oh yeah, they're 2 hated teams.
You got your Bay Area rival in your house.
Yeah.
You have your in-division rival
Who they hate a lot.
in your house. And one of these motherfuckers is going to win a Super Bowl.
And they're out.
In your house. If I'm the Raiders, I swear to God, I'm sabotaging everything.
Yeah.
If I'm Antonio
Raider
Pierce,
fans
if
are
I'm
on
Devontae
suicide
Adams,
watch,
if
bro.
I'm Aiden O'Connell, if I'm Max, I'm sabotaging. I'm fucking everything up. That field gonna look like trash. Y'all ain't playing this Sunday. I'm an asshole and a half. Like, do you know how fucked up that feels?
That's crazy, dude.
It's
It's a division rival and their Bay Area rival.
I knew where I was going. I appreciate you, Beto, for knowing where I was going with that.
It's
But
like having two of your exes at your wedding.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Like, no, what the fuck? I don't want these motherfuckers here.
Yep.
I don't need these bitches here. I left you. I don't want to be with you.
Yep.
I don't need you here.
Yeah.
Don't celebrate me. Get the fuck on.
Yep.
I sure did, as you can see.
Yep.
But that's got to be the worst feeling ever.
The Raiders.
Think about it. I got my ex Bay Area rivals
Yep.
in my home.
Who's been kicking my ass, by the way.
Yeah, who beat the shit out of me.
Yep.
I got the Kansas City Chiefs, who every year I give a good fight to.
Yep.
I'll give them that. I'll give the Raiders credit.
Yeah,
every time they play the Chiefs, it's
well,
not
they
a
beat
walk in
the
the
Chiefs
park.
this year in Kansas City, and they felt they won the Super Bowl.
They did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're all talking like they won the Super Bowl. That was, and some Raider fans did say that was our Super Bowl based on our season.
I'm gonna tell you, no, Beto, I'm gonna give you a better example. I forget what year it was. I think we went like 2-14 or some shit. We
when
had
we
a
beat the
real
Rams,
shitty.
the only team we beat was
I
the
think we
Rams.
beat the Rams. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like if we just beat the Rams,
Yep.
or if we just beat the Seahawks,
Yep.
that's good enough for me.
Or the
I'm happy. You know
Cardinals,
what?
yeah.
Let's not make fun of.
I remember that
Let's
2-14 season. The only team we beat was the Rams, bro. Yep.
Let's
Right?
Yep. I loved it.
Let's not make
It was
fun
like,
of the-
man, I hate this year, but we got those bastards.
Yeah.
Let's not make fun
loved
of the
it, bro.
Raiders for beating Kansas City, because that's a film that Wilkes should be all over. That game against Kansas City, because it was in Kansas City, and the Raiders defense punked them. So I think that's the film Wilkes should be watching.
And I think the Niners will be
big time.
watching 2 weeks. They have time to
Yeah.
prepare.
Yeah. All right, guys.
And for those that want, I'm sorry, real quick,
hey.
Brandon. For those that wanted Steve Wilkes fired in that first half of the playoffs,
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
still want him fired, bro. I'm
He's
sorry.
still been the worst
I don't
DC we've had in a long time.
He hasn't been the greatest, but I'm gonna say this: the man made adjustments. We figured
Correct.
it out and did what we needed to do. To Red Jet Shell's point, I had a Lions fan heckling the fuck out of all of us. And now, mind you, once again, shout out to the AZ Niner Empire. Those are my guys. We take over Varsity Tavern on Mill Ave every time there's a fucking football game. That's our bar. And yes, there are random punk ass fans that come in there. We had a lady heckling the shit out of us the whole first half. That motherfucker disappeared in the second half. I couldn't find her. I didn't know where she was at, because the minute we start coming back and scoring on their ass, I was looking for her. She was nowhere to be found. Let me explain something to you people. If I'm gonna talk shit, I'm gonna talk shit the whole motherfucking game, whether we winning or losing. I'm gonna run my goddamn mouth regardless. I'm not backing out of the smoke. I asked for it. I want you to bring it. So it's crazy. Oh, what did you say, Manny? Manny said his brother-in-law is a Lions fan. He was like, I didn't know it was over. I didn't know it was over because we can't count. At the end of the day, this is what I would say. Brock's play in the first half was a little suspect. I was wondering what was going on, but I can tell you right now it was the line. The other thing that I will say really quick, his second half play was stellar. I'll give this. I like an evangelist.
keep talking, Dion. I just want to show people
I see it. Oh, yeah, these motherfuckers, they thought the game was over.
They were in their arena. They load up their arena for a playoff game.
Oh, bro, they thought they was in there deep.
Yeah,
Deep.
Hey, let them enjoy that shit, dude. Come on, don't.
Yeah, let them enjoy it. I mean, hell, look.
No, I'm not
Once
talking
again,
smack. I'm
fans,
giving them the
this is
credit.
first
They love their team.
championship y'all have had in forever. And it's the first time y'all been in the playoffs in, I believe, over 20 years.
30 years.
So-
yeah.
30.
Yeah.
30, my bad,
1950
30.
First time in my lifetime.
1991 was the last time they were there with Barry
Same.
Sanders.
Hey, there you go. People as young as Christian, first time in his lifetime he's seen the Lions in the playoffs. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Wait, Christian, what are you,
Playoff game.
20-something?
I'm 30.
What are you, 20?
I'm 30.
30.
No,
So
Christian,
he wouldn't have
Well,
seen
even
that. He
I
wouldn't
haven't
remember the
obviously
91.
seen. Obviously, I wouldn't have seen it either.
But Mita, you
But
were
I will
born like
say
5
this.
years ago.
hey, look, man.
Be
Be
At the
original with
Hershey
your
factory?
jokes, at least, Beto, bro.
At the Hershey factory.
Joke, bro.
Media go look the same.
Dude, I love making media mad because he drags out his comments
very well.
Like he'll be
those
like,
motherfuckers don't look old and wrinkly. They age really well,
Yeah,
man.
they do.
The skin is good. But what I would say is it's crazy that all that happened to Detroit. I get it, but at the end of the day,
not on our dime though.
not on our time.
Nope.
We have no reason to fold. And what Brock did in that second half, this is why I said I like an evangelist. That young man has an anointing on him. Okay? Let me explain something to you. People last year, that man got his arm ripped off. That's the only reason we didn't win that game. Nope. I don't care what nobody in Philly says. All y'all was talking shit. Oh, they're going to have to go to Philly and line it up. Well, we lined it the fuck up, and y'all motherfuckers look like trash after we played you.
Yep.
42 to
Brock
10.
Purdy has an anointing on him placed by God, and I really believe that. And I do believe win or lose, I'm sorry, man. I love Trey Lance. I want him to have a fabulous career. I hope that wherever he goes, whatever he does, that young man succeeds in life in every shape and form. But this is my fucking quarterback.
Come on, Dion.
This kid right here, I don't care what is dumbass over there, Nick Wright. Mm-hmm. I don't care what he says. I don't care what Ryan Clark says. I don't care what all the naysayers say. Brock Purdy comes out in week in and week out and proves you wrong. And you have the gall to continually try to downplay this guy. Let me explain something to you people, and I'm not comparing that man to Jesus Christ, but I'm going to tell you something. They doubted Jesus, and Jesus showed them things. They doubted Brock. Brock keeps continuing to show them things.
Brock is that man. I'm seeing a lot of Joe Montana and Brock.
That man is blessed in ways you cannot imagine. And I'm telling you right now, if he wins this Super Bowl this year, all you motherfuckers is eating crow. You could call Alex Smith was
Ryan
on
Clark also switched
and literally said, Brock ain't a part of the game managers club. As the official manager of the game manager
Alex
club,
Smith,
this dude can't be in. He cannot. You know why? Because he does this. And he showed you reasons. I am sorry. When you doubt that young man and you try to downplay the consistency that he has, downplay everything that he does on the field, you only look dumb because he continues to go out and shit on your narrative.
And then they're like, well, he has weapons. And I'm like, bro, every good quarterback that actually, like teams that actually care about their quarterbacks, they're going to add good weapons around them. It's so
hold up, Beanie. Let me ask this. Brandon, because you've been a little quiet. When Tyreek Hill was winning his when Patrick Mahomes was winning the Super Bowl, who was his main receiver?
You're muted.
I can't hear you. Muted.
He's so quiet for so long. He muted himself.
He muted.
It's next to the burrito.
We still can't hear.
I can't hear shit. Nope. All right, bet though. When Patrick Mahomes won his Super Bowl, who was his main receiver?
Number 10, Hill.
Who was his tight end?
Kelsey, who still is.
Wasn't Mecole Hardman a threat that year?
Yes, he was.
Wasn't Clyde Edwards-Helaire a threat
yes,
that year?
Yes, he was. He's a hell of a running back.
So nobody maligns Patrick Mahomes for having all these fucking weapons.
Of course not.
Why are we maligning Brock Purdy for having weapons?
Exactly.
I don't understand this.
Yep.
Nobody maligns Patrick Mahomes for having the ugliest wife in fucking history of the NFL.
And brother.
And his brother's a piece of shit.
I don't know about his brother. I don't even know what his wife looks like.
No, bro, listen to me. You don't want to know about his brother's a piece of shit.
Really?
He rides the coattails of Patrick Mahomes all the time. He does
he's one of those?
Shit. Yeah, he's one of those, bro. He's worthless.
Wow.
But look,
that's enough of the Muppets.
Everybody out there, y'all can be mad at me if I say that Mahomes' wife is ugly. You look at that motherfucker and tell me if you would hit. Because you would.
Hey, that's enough.
I'm gonna leave the wife out though.
Let's move on.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
No more Muppets.
Okay.
No more Muppets.
Now we can.
All right, my computer is acting fucking stupid right now. So, all right. So
your computer is about as annoying as Patrick Mahomes' wife and Taylor Swift.
Take it back to Rent-A-Center. Get another one.
All right, so
he's in the Rent-A-Center.
all right, so we got We got Dion's take on Purdy. I'm gonna go to Media and then Lefty, then Beto, and then we'll close it out.
Okay.
Media, what are your thoughts on Purdy's performance?
Yeah, definitely first half a little definitely shaky just with the pressure, standing in the pocket. I mean, he's a young quarterback still, so I know he might, we love Brock Purdy, but he's still going to make sometimes some of those mistakes. But the good thing is he adjusted in the second half. He kind of took the game over with, using his mobility a little bit, which I think is just absolutely a part that's like very underrated from him. So yeah, I think Brock Purdy looked phenomenal in the second half. The dime to Kyle Juszczyk on the sideline. My gosh, that was pretty,
That was
man.
beautiful.
And
Valerina, Kyle.
then the BA bro touchdown where it hits the helmet of CJ Gardner Johnson.
Yeah, that was luck, but I'll take it.
Did you also?
I'm sorry,
by the way,
wait. I'll let you talk. I promise. Just because it just remembered talking about luck. Mr. Dion doesn't believe in luck. What do you call that play, Mr. Dion?
I'm gonna tell you right now. You know what I call that play? Awareness.
Oh my gosh!
Bro, he's not gonna say it's luck. Come on,
I'm gonna kick it right back up to Media after I say
Sorry,
this.
Media, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I had to say that.
BA is always aware, and I'll give you two plays.
But it had to bounce his way, though.
No, listen to me. Number one, that pass that Brock Purdy overthrew, he turned into a DB to make sure his quarterback didn't have another interception. Did he not? Yes, he did.
Okay.
That was, I think that was in the first half, right before that.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
In the second half, I will say this: with that pass that got tipped, BA stayed aware. He knew I can still possibly make a play, and when he caught that ball, that was awareness. That's why I'm stating.
So no luck.
I don't feel like that was luck. I feel like that was just awareness. And he's made plays like that. But Media, go ahead, finish your point.
Yeah, so I think Brock, I loved that he was like finally escaping from the pocket, running it. Man, that run that he had just tough that brought it to the red zone, that was just outstanding to see. And the thing is, all these critics, I don't know if you guys saw today, but Ryan Clark, he switched up. Again by giving him credit. Not sticking with his, actual narrative.
He had no choice but to change that narrative, bro. It's not. Don't give him credit.
When you get proven wrong, bro, you gotta suck it up and just say fuck it.
Well, here's the thing. Now they're saying that he has to win the whole thing to basically prove them wrong.
That's Shannon.
Shannon Sharp.
Anybody's gonna everybody's still gonna say that though. They're always gonna hate no matter what though. There's always
Shannon said
the other guy was defending him on that show. I forgot his name. He was wearing all red.
Dan Orlovsky.
Yeah, he was defending him.
He was standing up. And dude, Pat McAfee too. He's another one that was standing up.
Okay, but McAfee has been like standing up.
Dan Orlovsky will defend a fly.
Oh, I don't know
that fly
about him.
In the building. He didn't deserve to get hit with the swatter.
Speaking of the fly, did you see what BA said about a fly?
Oh no, he said about.
Did you see what he said about Sports Center Top?
The ladybug.
He's like,
who the fuck they got in first? He was like, man, some bullshit.
He goes, a ladybug landed on my shoe, and he was clowning her, but hey, that was funny.
Yeah, so I really think Brock Purdy, man, he just has that if factor. He's been the best quarterback that I've seen on the Niners, and I'm so glad to be able to finally watch a fucking competent, quarterback.
You deserve one, bro.
Yeah,
after seeing all those shitty quarterbacks.
I'm just gonna say this: Chiefs need to be aware because this is a Jimmy Garoppolo.
Facts.
I like this right here.
Although that defense is better than the defense today. That's good.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Hold on. If Brock brings home number 6, what kind of bag do you throw at him? Does Brock take the TB12 route, take a smaller contract, knowing he's in a perfect situation? That is a fantastic question. I would love Brock to do what TB12 did. I would love that.
Why?
But I'm not. Listen to me. I'm not gonna fault him if he doesn't.
Paying him his money.
You know why? Get your motherfucking money. Because you know what the NFL stands for?
Not for long.
Not for long.
That's right, baby.
I agree. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Yes, you're right, Lefty. The motherfucking tequila kicked in, baby.
I can tell.
All right, Christian.
Okay, tell me if anybody else disagrees with me.
No.
I feel like Brock
every player
Purdy,
deserves the money because the minute you can't produce, you're out of there.
Hell yeah, you got to get your money while you
This
here.
is where fans get kind of crazy. No, they should take a pay cut to be. Think about the team. Screw the team.
No.
Yeah, no.
Get your money.
Look, man, I agree. I agree. Tom Brady did the smartest thing to keep the longevity.
He didn't get the money. His wife is richer than him, or his ex-wife now.
Yeah. Well, no, but what happened was, you know where Tom. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what I did the research. You know where Tom was making his money? Endorsements.
Yeah.
So for all the money he didn't take,
he was. Yeah,
he made that up in endorsements.
Yeah,
he made that.
You
can't
do
anything.
He's gonna get some endorsements.
All right.
Yeah, you.
All right.
If he was.
God, you're gonna everywhere. Everywhere.
Yeah.
You
all right.
more
Money in his shoes that he's ever made in his career, right?
All right, Christian, go ahead. You're the last one, then we'll end it with a little clip.
What? Skip me, but it's okay.
Oh yeah, Beto, go ahead. But Christian, go first, and then Beto. Sorry, go ahead.
As big as I am, bro, how can you miss me? Bigger than your house.
I never once thought Purdy was playing bad. Yeah, I thought he was struggling here and there because he was missing some throws. But when you really think about it, he's going to get the blame for his bad throws and whatnot. But the offensive line is terrible. The right side is constantly letting defenders get in his face. And he's not having to throw. He's not able to step into his throws. So, he doesn't have some cannon arm where he can just throw it off his back foot and freaking throw it 7 yards. So, to give him some space to throw. So yeah, he struggled a little in the first half, but the dude's got ice in his veins. He's the comeback kid. He figured it out, right? Regardless of his offensive line, he played good and figured it out. I mean, he makes some miraculous plays. You're like, what is he doing? And you're like, but you feel like he knows exactly what he's doing. When he lofts that ball up for Juwan Jennings, the only one who will be able to have a chance to go up and get it, because if he throws a straight line, it's probably intercepted. You're like, what the hell is he doing? Throwing across his body, and this guy's insane. It makes me think, like, if we had an offensive line that could actually protect him, we would really get to see what he can actually do. I mean, he seemed to struggle in some of these games, but he has no time to throw. So I was never really down on Purdy, even when he was struggling, because I knew the offensive line was an issue. Like, I knew it was the issue. I was like, well, offensive line is going to cost us this game. And so and then, he comes out in the second half and he's just balling. But dude, he's just cold as ice, man. He's stoic. He doesn't get rattled, and he goes out there and plays. I mean, he was determined. There's that video that they showed of Kittle trying to talk to him, and he looked like he wasn't even paying attention. He was just straight fucking locked in. And then we're seeing more as he's getting more and more comfortable. He's demanding the offense, right? He's the guy out now. So I was impressed. Go ahead.
Yeah, same here. I'm not going to be too much on it so we can move on, but I'm glad that he's proving his haters wrong. I love this kid. I fell in love with this kid when I first seen him play against Miami. I've been rooting for him since. I just love the way he conducts himself. He puts his faith in God, and he doesn't let people waver on what their opinions are of him. He knows who he is and what he's about, and he never shows emotion. He's one way no matter what, through the good or the down. Very focused kid. This kid, his limitation, his height, his arm, or whatever people want to put against him, this kid continues to prove everyone wrong, continue to do the impossible, and I'm excited to watch what he does. Sorry.
All right. Anyway, so
I was like, "What are you all laughing?"
I don't care what nobody says. This is not the alcohol, bro. Joey is.
That is just straight up Joey, bro. I don't even care to finish my point. Joey's cracks me up.
Joey, you are the fucking man, bro. He has the greatest one.
But don't put him on camera because he turns into a zit.
He turned into a sheep. That motherfucker,
bro. He just
I'm like, camera's on.
He is. All right, I'm gonna finish it off with the clip. Here we go.
Oh, hold on, wait. Oh.
What's up?
Go ahead. Go with the clip.
All right.
Say something good up there? I said they had us in the first half, not gonna lie. They had us in the first half, not gonna lie. But, and here we are now. And I called that. I called that in the second quarter. I said, I can't wait at the end of the game. I'm gonna be able to say this to the entire world. Called it. And then we did it. I can't wait at the end of the game. I'm gonna say, hey, they had us in the first half, not gonna lie. I can't wait till after the game and I get to say, you know what, they had us in the first half. Keep singing it, have fun, encourage you guys, right? You're the guy.
Yeah, forget about the green screen. We need to get this boy some Wi-Fi.
What do you think about what George Kittle said?
Kittle's the most optimistic guy ever.
Yeah, George, and you gotta love George because George is the most optimistic, energetic motherfucker you ever see in your life. That dude's great. I want to ask everybody. I'm gonna go around purposely. Brandon, what was your favorite play in the game?
My favorite play of the game was actually Purdy's deep throw to Ayuk, and it bouncing off of CJ's helmet and Ayuk getting it and catching it at the 2-yard line.
What about you, Media?
Mine was the same, and then I don't know if you also guys saw, but Brandon Ayuk on his Instagram had his number photoshopped out with his name CJ, he had a picture of CJ Gardner Johnson on that play and took out the name
all that
and the number.
That was the funny shit. Christian, what was your favorite play?
The Gibbs fumble.
Ooh, nice. What about you, Beto?
You got to give it to the Valerina in the tippy toes of Juice. That was a very important catch. And I'm sorry if I take two, but your boy Jennings and that freaking
damn
catch
it, Beto, shit. You stole my fucking God damn it. Both of the ones I was thinking about, you stole. I was like, okay, Beto goes with this one.
Rewind.
No, I'll say this. I don't care what nobody says.
Two great minds think alike, bro.
You better respect Juwan motherfucking Jennings.
Facts.
That man climbed the ladder. Climbed the ladder. Brought that bitch down. Bro, listen to me, man. You gotta respect the guy. That dude, I don't want him to ever be a free agent.
Done it like 2 days in a
I don't want him to leave.
Hey, let me say something real quick too. Let me say something.
You know why? Because on third down, I know motherfuckers.
Get rid of Chase Young first and keep
I know it. If somebody tells me you have a choice between Chase Young or Juwan Jennings, I'm taking Juwan all day.
Juwan.
Yeah. Hey, let me put it this way. Credit to Brock Purdy on placing the ball where it was for Juwan to catch that ball.
Yes. And the beauty of it is you have to realize when somebody climbs the ladder like that to go get that shit, you already know you're coming down hard.
Do you know what?
You're coming down. You're gonna meet that ground real quick. It's gonna be painful.
He saw the pressure and was like, whoop.
Hey Dion, that throw from Brock Purdy to Juwan Jennings from the side, did it remind you of a certain quarterback that throws like that?
That's Patrick Mahomes.
There you go.
That's very Mahomes.
Yep.
And I'll say this: the coldest thing about Brock Purdy, and I love this, is when the dude gets out of the pocket and he can move around, his control of where the players go is amazing.
The awareness.
He will just having the ball too,
he will look and be like, okay, I see this is open. Go there. And
he did that on the Ayuk touchdown, remember?
And what does he do? Automatic.
Leon, remember he did that on the Ayuk touchdown a few weeks back where he was like pointing. I think it was the Commanders game.
All of you guys that are hating on him, stop.
Brock Purdy's awareness on receivers like me on a pretty girl.
He's amazing. And I'm sorry, man. Hey, look, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm counting on Juwan to piss off a couple of those Chiefs players. I really am. I want you, and purposely, Juwan, if you hear this, I need you to get it Frank Clark. Please. No, not Frank Clark. What's the other guy? Chris Jones?
Yeah, Chris Jones. I said Frank Clark is garbage.
Please piss him off. Just take care of him.
Take
Brandon,
him to the
you're gonna kick the cheese
Gatorade.
and take us out, baby.
Take him to the Gatorade.
All right. So that's gonna do it for this episode. We're in the Super Bowl once again. We get our rematch against the Kansas City Chiefs, and we'll see you in
Revenge
Vegas,
time.
faithful. We'll be back later this week, possibly,
Revenge.
to continue talking about the Niners in the Super Bowl matchup. But until then, guys, go Niners! Bang bang Niner gang!
Go fund me. Green screen.
We
Go
out.
Niners.
Peace.